Can you imagine a city where summer never ends? A place where the changing seasons, once celebrated for their variety and beauty, have been replaced by an unending, stifling heat. This is no longer a hypothetical scenario, but a harsh reality for the city of Athens, Greece. In recent years, Athens has become an omni-season city. The autumns, winters, and springs of old have been replaced by a relentless summer that lasts 8 months or more each year. Temperatures hover around 30 degrees Celsius. But that's not all. Humidity, pollution, and microparticles fill the air, making it increasingly difficult to breathe. The air quality deteriorates month after month, a silent testament to the city's struggle against the climate crisis. The local government seems to be in denial, choosing to focus on the potential tourism profits from a prolonged summer season rather than the devastating effects of climate change. But the residents of Athens are already bearing the brunt of this harsh climate reversal. Green spaces, once the city's lungs, are disappearing. The heat is overwhelming, and water is becoming increasingly scarce. Add to this the city's rampant urbanization. An insane number of cars, concrete structures piling up everywhere for commercial use and foreign investment, and a deteriorating infrastructure. The streets and sidewalks are in poor condition, making it difficult for mothers, the elderly, and people with disabilities to navigate the city. Road rage is common in a city that can no longer claim to be safe for its residents or visitors. In the midst of this decay, property prices have skyrocketed, making it nearly impossible for the average resident to find decent accommodation. It's a grim picture, a city of 5.5 million people, originally built to host 1 or 2 million, struggling to survive in conditions that are becoming more hostile every day. And yet, there is hope. Solutions to the climate crisis in Athens exist. They require a radical shift in behavior, as Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis acknowledged in his response to the country's recent wildfires. These solutions involve changes in agricultural production, transportation, energy generation, and construction practices. They require an increase in aerial firefighting capacities and the establishment of a force capable of efficiently operating within forests. In other parts of the world, cities are appointing chief heat officers to mitigate the impacts of extreme heat. These officers are taking measures such as installing heat-reflective panels and creating green spaces. It's a model Athens could consider. And then there's the global approach. The Build Back Better World initiative, which aims to mobilize private capital for green projects in emerging markets, could offer a way forward. The West has an opportunity to regroup and create a new world order centered around protecting the planet, an approach called Pax Planeta. But none of these solutions can be effective without your help. The climate crisis is not a problem for governments and organizations alone to solve. It's a crisis that requires the attention and action of every individual. So what can you do? Start by becoming more conscious of your own carbon footprint. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Choose public transportation over private cars whenever possible. Support local businesses that prioritize sustainable practices. Advocate for green spaces in your city. And most importantly, use your voice. Speak up about the climate crisis. Hold your local government accountable. Demand action. The city of Athens, the cradle of civilization, is facing a slow death from the climate crisis. But it doesn't have to be this way. Together, we can rewrite this story. We can ensure that Athens and cities like it all over the world have a future. A future that is not defined by constant summer and unbearable heat, but by seasons that change, air that is clean to breathe, and a city that is safe and comfortable for all its residents. We've journeyed through the unending summer, seen the government's denial, the urban decay, the struggle for survival, the glimmers of hope and solutions, the need for a global approach and the power of individual action. Now it's your turn to act. It's your